Welcome to this video. This is a rare occurrence. I just played the same guy again that I just lost in the previous game due to a mouse slip. And I think he has managed to play one game while I was doing the post-game analysis. And he won that too. His lucky day probably. Okay, so the King's Indian classical bayonet attack. King h8 is a crazy line that I had studied back in the day when I was regularly playing the King's Indian. Oh, interesting. This is an interesting mix of lines. Okay. Let's prepare f5. Not quite sure if this is in any way a good mix, but let's see what happens. Normally the bishop is posted on a3 in this structure. Okay, I'm getting some pressure on. Okay, he's taking. I expected that. The question is, well, bishop takes or rook takes. I think bishop takes. He might try to take and play knight b5, just trying to go to c7. But the well, e4 is hanging, so I'm not sure that he can do that so easily. Maybe he needs to spend a move to get some protection for e4. Not sure. Maybe he can play that takes knight b5, takes on e4 knight d2. But well, it's not clear that knight c7 is threatening much. Can go knight c7 to e6, but it's not really so convincing. Okay, here I can also just take here. This is one good move. Yeah, knight e4, knight d5 is just probably just good for black. Yeah, and well, this looks weird, getting into bishop f5 and stuff like that. Yeah, should I do it? Bishop f5. Yeah. It's not clear if it is leading to anything great. I can also play that, knight f5 to d4, and then bishop f5. It also gives me the additional idea to take on d6 with the knight if he should capture now. Looks a bit weird actually to go here, and just as I say it looks weird, he does it. Well, this happened in the game before as well. He played so many moves that I didn't expect. Yeah, it looks like pretty good piece play now actually. Let's see, e4, or is this mistimed? Should I just cover it for the moment, like with queen e7? I mean, covering e5. Yeah, maybe. So the idea could be to even play e4, opening up the long diagonal. And he's not so easily controlling e4 here. That's very important, of course. Okay. Yeah, well, I should simply play some moves. He's playing stuff that I don't expect anyway. Knight d4, bishop g5 wins the exchange now. Or he needs to play f4, which is quite terrible. Maybe he needs to do some tactics now. Rook e1 or something. Not clear. Maybe. Okay, bishop g5. Bishop g5 he actually has got this check. It's still probably something I could play. It's got the check. Sure. Can also take b4. That's not bad at all. or bishop f5, threatening it, threatening bishop g5 and stuff, or threatening on b4. Maybe do that. It's at least an interesting way to play, keeping e4 protected for the moment and keeping those options open. I can take now and bishop g5 again. Yeah. Well, you might take with the rook here. I don't know. Now I've got bishop d4 and e3. Okay. Very tricky. Okay. I can maybe really just take e4, yeah? Possible. Yeah, I really don't mind that much. I mean, I've got the two bishops, I've got pressure against f2, e5 is hanging. I really don't think I have any problems here, but I didn't see that really. Okay, well, just can also take here and on d6, but taking with the pawn is not bad. I'm threatening d5. He cannot move the knight so easily because of bishop to d3. Okay, as usual he is playing the move I was just talking about as being bad, but well, maybe he didn't have anything better. That's possible. Rook h4, I can just take b5. There is only a check on h7. Yeah. Well, b5 is hanging, and no, not so many moves. Knight e6, yeah, maybe, but I'll take everything here. I still maybe knight e6 could. But there are two rooks hanging. That's the main problem. Knight e6, I take f1, and I'm threatening to take on f2 then, in addition to everything. I'm going to play a move. What is this? The
White resigns.
No, we resigned. Okay. Yeah, it was very tricky. It's like in this game that I had before, I didn't expect any of the moves. But okay, takes, well, I can also take with the pawn, of course, but this looked interesting because it's just an active piece on d6. But, okay. Takes, e4, yeah, knight d2, and bishop f5. Yeah, the computer actually agrees. My original idea was this, but then there's a check, and there is no good response to that. This would be okay if not for taking...
Check.
Oops, and taking
Check.
on c7. Okay, therefore bishop f5, and well, the comp gives black a slight advantage, which is probably okay. And, yeah, after that, black has a clear advantage. Rook d8 is the computer move. That's maybe better. Maybe. Rook c7 is what the engine is expecting. Then I would have played e3 with an advantage. Okay. So it's good for black after all. It's always giving black almost a pawn advantage. I I really wasn't so sure how good it is, but always thought that the 2 bishops and the good coordination should be alright. And here black is just winning here. +5 for black, that's a lot. This is so many. He's completely tied up here with his pieces. This is also not helping really. Knight e6. I'm taking here, which is important, so that I still attack on c4. If I take here, he could have recaptured, and then he will get we get some material back. This is still good actually, but the other line what I played was really better. So pretty clean win here at the end. All right, thanks for watching.